Let's pre-grade this Raikou V from Crown Zenith. When you're submitting a card to one of the grading companies such as like PSA, it's so important to pre-grade your cards, even if they're pack fresh. It's actually very difficult to get a 10. Very first thing I do when I get a card that I want to potentially grade, I thoroughly look it over and make sure that there's no whitening on the edges or corners. And then I also look at the centering. There are apps out there to help you. So for this Raikou, I actually didn't notice any whitening in the corners, but it is slightly left heavy on the front and then it is right heavy on the back. But we can still look at the centering tool to make sure it's within the range of 55-45. This is a photo light box that I bought off of Amazon. What's good about this is you can take high quality pictures. You can see I've got the black background, which helps spot whitening. These are the pictures I took using this photo light box. And just a tip, when you're taking photos, turn the grid on for your camera because it helps line everything up. So once I have the picture taken, I'll upload it into one or both apps. The app I tend to use more is called Pack Magic, but there's also the card centering app. Pack Magic is nice, but you can upload both the front of the card and the back of the card. And from there, you'll be able to center the card using grid lines. It also gives you like a surface view. And this is kind of how like tag grades, which might help you see things you wouldn't have seen before. I'd also recommend though to buy some kind of magnifying glass or like a jeweler so you can take a deeper look at the card for any creases, surface damage, anything that's kind of hard to see with the naked eye. And with this tool, you'll also be able to mark dings. Now you have to do this manually yourself, so you have to kind of know what to look for. Now one thing I did notice in the pre-grading process on this Raikou card is there's this random little speck of dirt or speck of something on the back in the whitening of the Pokeball opening. I want to see if I can remove that. Otherwise, I think this has a pretty good shot at a 10. Let's see if we can get a microfiber cloth and remove that dot. Might not be able to see it, but you can see kind of that speck right there. So I'm going to spray some on this little tool here. Okay, now we're going to give this a little bit of a rub. So I almost gave up too soon, but I actually think I was able to remove it on the second try. So now that I was actually able to get that dirt spot removed, I'm going to be a lot more confident when I send this in for grading. Just be very careful when cleaning your cards. It's very easy to damage them. I am far from an expert, so that's why I don't love to do it myself, but I am trying to learn. Now this Raikou is going to be ready to send in for grading. Now I just have to decide, am I going to be sending it into PSA or am I going to send it into tag? Let me know your thoughts. Where would you send it? And make sure you follow, and if you need any tips or tricks on pre-grading, let me know so that we can all try to get more 10s.